My husband's ex and his mom tried to humiliate me, but it blew up in their faces ***. Let me tell you a story about betrayal, manipulation, and the shocking moment everything came crashing down. This isn't just about me, it's about my husband, his ex, his mom, and a birthday party that turned into absolute chaos. I promise by the end of this you'll be gripping the edge of your seat. The calm before the storm. Tyler and I have been together for 4 years, married for 2. He's my best friend, my partner, and everything I could have ever hoped for in a husband. But there's one part of our life together that's been a constant source of stress. His mother, Linda, and, to make matters worse, his ex-girlfriend, Danielle. Danielle and Tyler were high school sweethearts, together for years, and Linda absolutely adored her. Even after they broke up, mind you, Danielle dumped him, Linda refused to let her go. It's like Danielle became the daughter Linda always wanted and I was just the woman who got in the way. When Tyler and I first got serious, I started noticing little things. Linda would accidentally bring up Danielle in conversations. Oh, Danielle loved that movie too? Or Danielle used to bake Tyler's favorite cookies every Christmas? At first I brushed it off. Maybe it was her way of adjusting to change. But when Danielle started showing up at family events, completely uninvited, I realized this wasn't just coincidence. Linda was actively encouraging her to stick around. The warning signs. Over time, Danielle's behavior escalated. At one Thanksgiving dinner, she commented on my outfit, saying it was brave of me to wear something so form-fitting after indulging in pumpkin pie. Linda laughed like it was the funniest joke she'd ever heard. At another event, Danielle brought a photo album of her and Tyler from their high school days, passing it around the table like some kind of trophy. Tyler always defended me, but I could see how conflicted he was. This was his family and he hated confrontation. So I made a decision. I told him not to worry about it, that I could handle it. I wanted to be the bigger person. But what I didn't realize was how much this constant drama was eating away at him. And then came Linda's 49th birthday party. The birthday party disaster. Tyler didn't even want to go. We had a coworker's engagement party that same day, and he'd much rather have gone there. But Linda guilt-tripped him into showing up. It's my last birthday before the big 5-0, she said. You can't miss it. So reluctantly we went. When we arrived, the atmosphere was off. Danielle was there, of course, dressed to the nines in a slinky red dress that screamed, "Notice me." Linda greeted her with a warm hug and whispered something in her ear, both of them glancing in my direction and giggling. I felt a knot tighten in my stomach. Tyler squeezed my hand, a silent reassurance that we'd leave as soon as we could. The party dragged on uneventfully until the cake was brought out. Or rather, cakes. That's when everything changed. The big reveal. Linda and Danielle stood at the head of the table, grinning like they had just won the lottery. Linda clapped her hands to get everyone's attention. We have a special surprise tonight, she announced. Not 1 but 2 cakes. 2 servers walked in, each carrying a cake. One was a standard happy birthday cake for Linda. But the other? The second cake had the words, "Happy Almost Anniversary Tyler and Danielle," scrawled across it in big, bold letters. The room fell silent. My heart stopped. I looked at Tyler, whose face went pale. Danielle beamed and took center stage, launching into a story about how Tyler had given her a promise ring on Linda's birthday years ago. She even held up the ring, yes, she still had its star. Can you believe it? She gushed. 10 years ago today. Isn't that just the sweetest? Linda laughed and clapped like this was the most heartwarming moment in history. Then, as if the humiliation wasn't complete, Danielle leaned in and hugged Tyler, my husband, right there in front of everyone. Linda snapped a picture on her phone. Tyler's breaking point. For a moment it felt like time stopped. The room was completely still, everyone waiting to see what Tyler would do. And then, he exploded. Are you serious right now? He yelled, his voice cutting through the tension like a knife. What the hell is wrong with you two? Linda and Danielle froze, their smug smiles fading. Tyler turned to his mom first. You've been disrespecting Rachel since the day I brought her into this family, he said, his voice shaking with anger. And you, he pointed at Danielle, you're nothing but a bitter ex who can't move on. I don't know what kind of sick game you two are playing, but I'm done. We're done. He grabbed my hand and pulled me toward the door. I didn't even look back. The sound of Linda calling after us and Danielle trying to defend herself faded as we walked out. The aftermath. That night, Tyler and I had a long, honest conversation. He admitted that he'd been bottling up his frustration for years, trying to keep the peace. But seeing me disrespected so blatantly had pushed him over the edge. He apologized for not standing up to his mom and Danielle sooner. And then he said something that broke my heart. Part of this is my fault, but part of it is yours too. At first I was defensive, but as he explained I realized he was right. I had encouraged him to stay quiet and endure Linda's behavior, thinking I was being the bigger person. I didn't see how much it was hurting him. We made a decision that night. No more. No more tolerating Linda's toxicity. No more letting Danielle worm her way into our lives. The next day we blocked them both on everything, phone, social media, you name it. But Linda wasn't done. The final straw. 3 days later, Tyler got a call from his uncle, saying Linda had fallen down the stairs and was in the hospital. We rushed over, worried sick. But when we got there, Linda and Danielle were waiting for us in the parking lot, perfectly fine. It was a setup. Tyler, please, Linda begged. You can't cut us out like this. We're family. Danielle chimed in, saying the cake was just a joke and that we were overreacting. Tyler didn't even let them finish. He told them both to leave us alone and walked away. Linda screamed after us, calling me every name in the book, but we didn't look back. That was the last time we saw either of them. A new beginning. It's been a few weeks now, and the peace we felt is indescribable. For the first time, Tyler and I are truly putting each other first. Cutting Linda and Danielle out of our lives was hard, but it was the best decision we've ever made. So, if you're dealing with toxic people in your life, let this be your reminder. You don't owe anyone your happiness. Stand your ground. Protect your peace. And most importantly, never let anyone treat you like you're second best. Before you leave, if this story kept you on the edge of your seat, don't forget to like the video. Share it with someone who loves suspense as much as you do, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you never miss the next thrilling tale. Your support keeps these stories alive. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.